What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Just got everything set up here. Looks like I'm actually on time this week. Might be the first time I've been online or on time in a little while. So, anyways, hope anybody coming in here, by the way, hope you guys are all having a good week so far. I'm having a better week than last week. My arm's starting to feel better from my fall and all that good stuff, and just got some yard work done and everything like that. Just plugging along, and the weather has been amazing. And I've flown a few times just for fun. I haven't really been filming. I was just filming for fun. So, anyways, the craziness of this weekend though is going to be a little different than what we have. Some friends coming over on Saturday. Have a couple other things. Have a meeting with some people for drone. Or no, never mind. I'm sorry. That meeting is next week. But yeah, just got. We got another guy coming on at my work. So got a new person. We're going to be kind of training, doing some sales training. Although the guy's been doing sales for a long time, so it's not going to be too bad. For some reason, I don't know what is going on with my stream. It says that it's not receiving good footage. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. It's saying my stream is fine, but then I'm also getting some warnings or something. So who knows what's going on. Anyways, hope everybody is doing well. And sorry if I'm rambling on here, but for some reason the last few weeks, whenever I get on here, I am getting these warnings that my stream health is not good, and I'm this close to like deciding not to even just listen to them, because for some reason I always think it's bad and everybody else tells me it's good. So we're gonna just go with everything's good. But yeah, so I was hoping to have Geeks Vana, Sean, might be coming on tonight. It would be his first live stream, so I'm hoping he can come on. If he can't, it's not the end of the world. Hey, what's up, Steve? Hey, Gary. Oh, everybody's coming over. Mark must have finished his stream. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for coming over, guys. Appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get Geeks Vana on here, because that would be just awesome. But you know, we'll see. Hold on a second here. I just minimized my my chat. That's cool. We'll just repop it out, I guess. Well, I have been having some luck with things lately, huh? Alright, there we go. Oh, anyways. Yeah, any day you can get 3 batteries on a drone is a good day. I know some of the Acro guys run, 10 or 12 packs, but their drone, batteries only last 5 or 6 minutes, so it's kind of the equivalent of you running your 3 batteries through your Mavic Air. That's a really good day. What's up, Ricky? Hey, thanks for coming in, Mark. Mark, I thought I sent you a link. I don't know if you got it or not. I sent, and I was gonna send one. I thought I sent it to a couple people, but anyways, let me know if you didn't get it there, Mark. But it looks like Geeks Fauna isn't in here yet. He should show. Anybody else who's wanting to come in, I can bring you guys in. I honestly, this was kind of just going to be like a panel chat thing, so more the merrier, honestly. Okay, sounds good, Mark. Sounds good. But, oh gosh, so I think I'm about ready. I'm going to order a Mob 7. I was on yesterday or whatever. I think it was yesterday. Gosh, my days are starting to mold together. But with those guys, and I'm gonna get a Mob 7. I was told to get the HD version because if I don't get it, I'm gonna wish I had got it the moment I get the thing. So that's pretty good though. 63 kilometers an hour. I don't know. So I don't really look at the kilometers per hour, but I know I have gotten to 43 point something. So I wonder what that would be conversion wise. Let's see here. 43 miles per hour. Okay, so that's 60, right at 69.2. That's about the fastest I've ever been with my Mavic Air. 69.2 kilometers an hour. And it was 43, and I had some good wind behind me. And I had that thing just cruising. And of course, I did it only for about maybe 5 or 6 seconds, and then it started saying I was at max attitude. So I kind of stopped at that point. But yeah, I've got another storyline for all of you guys who liked my storyline videos with the wife and stuff. I've got another one that I'm working on right now, so I'm gonna continue trying to do those. I'm still wanting to do other videos in between, but I'm gonna continue doing those because it's a way for me to incorporate some videos together and stuff, and I'm still getting roughly the same amount of videos out per week. I'm just staggering the release of each one as its own entity and really leaving the story as the first few days. But yeah, the last story, for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. So let's see, I think it was last Monday. So it's been about a week and a half or so. Oh, Geeks Fauna, okay. Hey, no problem. Yeah, there he is. Whenever you get on, just let me know. If you need to send me a tweet or something like that, I got my phone set up with your Twitter and stuff message between me. So if you need to ask me any questions on there, I can answer them for you as well. But yeah, so I started this storyline thing. Oh, really, Gary? Well, see, and maybe that's what it was. Motor overspeed warning. I think that might have been, I forget what the warning was. It was like maybe a month after I got it. So it was over a year ago that I got this warning. And it wasn't very warm either. That's the other thing. It was pretty cool. It was about 50, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So what is that? That's about 18 Celsius. Something like that. But, yeah, and everybody, I'm going to try to get, next week, get some more pictures in my little slideshow thing that I've got here. I added, I think 1 or 2 more in there. I added the dragonfly. That was a dragonfly, and it literally, like, landed, like you can see in that picture. It landed on our porch, and just, I think it died right there. It just landed in, like, perfect form. And I figured, since we all fly quadcopters, why not put an insect that has 4 wings on it going through the scrolls, right? Yeah, today actually, today it was pretty warm today, but it was really cool this morning, and really it was pretty cold last night. It got back into the 30s last night, so. Oh, dude, Jerry, that's awesome. How many views is that that video that you guys? Because I think the last time I saw it, it was way over like 500-600 or something. I think, if I can remember correctly, that thing is doing well. Yeah, that's really cool for that film festival. And I heard on Mark's stream for everybody who is not watching Mark's stream. So Mark is trying to start a drone club for the school that he teaches at as well, and he just got the approval to now start doing the basically looking for funds for his group and stuff. So that's cool, Jerry. So yeah, I'm hoping Mark can get his drone club up and running and get the funding that he needs and stuff. That stuff is really cool. One thing that I've got coming up, it'll be beginning of June, is my mom does a rocket thing in her, water and compressor, air compressor filled soda bottle rockets. And I help her with that every single year. And I think I'm going to, I talked to her principal last year about filming it with the drone and stuff. And she never really was able to get an answer in enough time before I actually had to do the launching of those rockets. But then she finally got me an answer later and said, yeah, it's fine. Everybody was cool with it. Just as long as, you're filming the rockets and stuff and you aren't really, concentrating on the students and stuff as much as just the rockets. Nope, they didn't care at all. So, so I might be able to film some of our little rocket launches this year. Dude, that is so cool, Jerry. 1,035. Yeah, I think when I first saw it, it was 400, and then the last time I saw it was 600 and something. So it's doing really well. I'm glad he got it third place. Third place is awesome. I mean, out of how many entries, Jerry? How many entries were in that competition? Adam, what's up, Adam? No drones over North Korea. Not my drone, at least. I don't want that thing shot down. But yeah, water ball rockets. And Adam, you're another person I gotta get in here someday. I gotta get you on here, so you can tell all the stories and stuff of us when we were younger to all these guys. Make sure there's no secrets held back. But hopefully, I hope Sean gets his stuff figured out there. It'd be cool to have him on here. He's never been able to do a live stream, so he was really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to getting him on here. New theory. Yes, Steve. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, and that's all. And Jerry, they didn't care that the students got in the camera space. It's just what they wanted is they wanted the focus of my camera on the rockets, which that's what I'm going to be wanting to do anyways, and not actually focused on the students. Oh man, wait a minute, you're supposed to get snow now? I'd hate to do this to you, but man, better you than me. I am so done with snow. I don't even want to deal with it for. I may be willing to skip next winter. That's how much I'm done with schools. That's quite a few though. 5 high schools. Well, he did better than first place in each high school if he got third place out of 5. So. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, wait a minute, man. That does not sound like fun whatsoever. I don't wish snow upon anybody right now, except for maybe in the southern hemisphere. I guess they're getting ready to start getting their snow in some of the places there, so. I doubt Mars or Ari are going to be getting any. I don't think they live far enough south to get any there. That's really cool. First and third. Very cool. Very cool there, Steve. Glad to hear that. So, Steve, are you still on your hiatus from going on YouTube, or? And you know what else I noticed, everybody? Today is my 20th show. So for 20 weeks I've done this now. I'm almost at half a year of doing this show. It's kind of crazy. Oh, do you guys hear Ashley coughing in the background? Hey, Chris, what's up, man? What's up? Okay, so you guys want to hear me get in trouble? Here we go. Hey, Ashley? Ashley? If you could cough just a little quieter. You shut your trap. Oh, I was told to shut my trap. Oh, she's gonna come in here and get after me here soon, I'm sure. Okay, that was fake. That was completely fake. What do we got here? Hey, Sean, what's up, man? Good. Hey, no problem, no problem. Here, let me, hold on. I actually got to get you on the... There, and I'm going to freeze camera on you. There we go. I'll freeze the camera on you there, so now you'll always show on the stream, because I already got my other camera on me anyway, so... Cool. Oh, dude, what does your shirt say? I love funny shirts.
Oh, it's I don't know if do you ever see Firefly?
I have.
It's basically the many faces of Wash, their pilot, and it's just got his different emotions basically. So
nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I love your setup in the background, dude. This is sweet. All those controllers in the back, and you got your little signage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I've had to tilt my computer a bit because, as I say, I don't usually live stream, or rather never have. So I've kind of got it halfway. Normally when I'm doing my videos for the channel, it's sort of looking straight on at the wall.
Yeah.
So you get to see those things side on. So
yeah.
But yeah, I am a bit of a gamer, unfortunately.
Hey, I love playing games. I'm just I used to be a lot better than I am now.
Oh, tell me about it. It's horrible, isn't it? When you go into a game and you play something and you can feel your reactions aren't quite there, and because obviously when you're playing regularly, you're just so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. I hate that feeling.
I was let's see, probably about 8 to 10 years ago or so. I was like super heavy into the Call of Duty scene, playing Modern Warfare 2, and I was calling in helicopter strikes and stuff all the time.
Absolutely.
And I thought I was the best, and I was like just trolling the crud out of all these people, and just I was one of those completely obnoxious gamers, and it was I'm not going to take anything I said back. Well, maybe a few of them, but most of the stuff I'm not going to take back.
Absolutely. Yeah. The COD days were fun, but yeah, no. If there's ever a demo now of any of the like this new one that's out, I'm just terrible. I'm absolutely awful, and I just get about 5 minutes in and I just rage quit. I'm afraid these days. So,
do you play Mr. 84? That's one of my friends, Adam. He is saying Fortnite. Do you play any Fortnite at all?
Do you know, I don't. Only I kind of missed it out a little bit. Not a massive Fortnite fan, I have to say, but I can definitely see the attraction. And I think if it wasn't for GTA, which I used to play quite a lot, I may have got onto Fortnite instead. But yeah, but then of course drones took over a bit from the gaming. So.
Well,
similar controller.
Yeah, and the thing is I've played Fortnite. I've probably played 40 or 50 matches on it, so it's not like I've spent weeks or anything. I think each match is like, well, for me, each match is I land, I look for a gun, somebody comes in front of me, and instead of shooting them, I just sit there and switch weapons because I keep thinking that's the button to shoot them, and so I'm just sitting there going my character, and they're just like, they look at me and they're like, oh, this guy's a noob. So they'll sit there and play around and like shoot around me and go back and forth, shoot around me, and then all of a sudden it's just like pew 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 pew, headshot. I'm done. I'm like, well, that was fun.
But I did try PUBG for a few games as well because I thought perhaps the graphics are a bit more what I'm used to. But again, people are so good, and people that play regularly are just so incredibly fast that
Is PUBG just like Fortnite, but it's like got the vehicles you can drive and stuff, or?
I think it's it's similar. As in, I think Fortnite kind of stole the idea from PUBG and then basically took it on a million levels.
Gotcha.
But whereas Fortnite's a little bit cartoony looking, PUBG tried to be realistic
Gotcha. Okay.
with its looks and that. But as I say again, I didn't really play that much because I started rage quitting as well. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So what drones do you fly? Which one's your favorite right now? I should say.
Mavic Air
Yeah,
my favorite.
That's what I fly the most.
Before that, I was flying a Parrot Bebop 2, and I started off on the Bebop 1. The Bebop 2 I really, really did love, I have to say, and I do miss that. I think if it was 4K, I would still use it more than I do now. But the Mavic Air is just, obviously, it has that DJI reliability, and you press the button, it goes exactly where it's going to go, and things like that.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, the Parrot Bebop 2 did have some of the flight plan software and that type of thing was excellent. And I do miss some of that, like being able to point on a point of interest rather than flying over it. So I still get a little bit nervous hovering over buildings to set it as the point of interest for an orbit and that type of thing. I'm still a little bit like, ooh.
Nice, yeah.
So yeah.
And so with the Bebop 2, it was digital stabilization, correct?
Yes.
So did it ever, like, if it ever got really wobbly, did you ever, like, have, like, the corner of the picture come, you know what I mean? Because basically what it does is it films this big and then it only shows this big, and so it uses the...
Exactly, yeah. I have to say that I never really had too many problems with it, but then I was always very careful about wind and that type of thing, so I never really had it up in particularly shaky conditions. But certainly for the videos that I did and for the skill level that I was at the time, it was absolutely perfect. But yeah, you used to get occasionally like a little, the corners would just come in a little bit occasionally on it. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. See, I mean, this was my learner GPS drone right here. Nice. Was the Hubsan, and then I got the next step up. Hubsan was my next. That's when I really started flying a little bit better and everything, and I actually started learning how to do orbits and everything. Oh, what do you got there? Oh, that's a Bebop. Yeah.
That's the one I learnt on. It's only got the prop guards on for being hung on the wall, I promise.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
flew it with those on there. Get rid of that.
Yeah, the prop guards, what is it? It's like putting training wheels on a fighter jet or something. Somebody said something like that. I think it was Chris on Ken Heron's show once. He's like, oh, that's like putting training wheels on a fighter jet. You can't put prop guards on that thing.
No, indeed. Which I have to say I do agree with. But yeah, I actually found, especially with the Bebop 1, the prop guards, because it's not a particularly good drone, the prop guards, any kind of wind would really start to mess with it quite dramatically. So
you can see
really learning how to fly it properly.
Oh yeah, and you can see I got the prop guards on this one here. And the reason why I have the prop guards on this one is because the screws on the propellers strip so easy. That all of my screws stripped, and I was not really flying this one very much, so I didn't want to order more screws, so I just super glued the old screws in there, so these props are not coming off, and so I don't want to crash them into something.
No, you don't want to bend those.
Yeah.
Very good. But no, I mean, since using the Mavic Air, it's been a completely different story. It's a much better. I mean, literally the minute I turned it on and took off, that was it. You know, there was nothing else that was going to fly that I owned anyway.
Yeah. Adam, the Evo drone, I think Autel is doing pretty well, but I don't know where their price point is on that right now, because I think it was a little bit more than the Mavic Air, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was. That's right.
And I don't know where it is now, but I know it was trying to compete with the Mavic Pro, and it didn't really. And so it kind of was a Mavic Air level drone, but for more money and not, DJI proven. So that's why I think it kind of lost that battle. But really, it's so hard for anybody to compete with DJI. I mean, it's like a Ma and Pa shop trying to compete with Walmart at this point.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Although I have to say, it's one of those ones. It's a bit like I don't know, when you're buying a car and you're looking at certain brands, and it's just a brand that you don't want to consider right now. But actually,
Correct.
most people I know that do have the Autel, and most people that I see on YouTube that fly it, who I think are good flyers, actually have a lot of success with it.
There's a guy who lives near me here, and where in the UK are you, by the way?
I'm in Surrey, so just south of London.
Nice, nice. So you didn't happen to be near the airport 3 months ago, right?
Well, I live probably about 45 minutes away from there, but no, yeah,
Oh, really? So you do live pretty close to that, huh?
yeah, it wasn't me. I actually live closer to the other airport, Heathrow. So,
It wasn't anybody, actually. Did
yeah,
you hear
no,
about
indeed,
that? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I actually put a video out about that, about when the BBC documentary was on, where they were
Hmm.
basically saying it was an inside job, and actually the amount of comments I got on that and the amount of feedback I got from people who were actually even a few levels ahead of that, that felt like not only was it not an inside job, but actually it was the airport covering up for crashed computers. And it's become almost one of those
Wow.
Area 51 type stories where we're never going to know the truth because there's so many conspiracy theories now.
I mean, I
It's
didn't hear all that stuff. Like I heard that it was never a drone, and that it was falsified, and
yeah.
somebody was, you know, making it up, trying to get famous or whatever. I didn't hear that it was like computer crashes and all this other stuff. Like that's crazy.
Allegedly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's quite a few conspiracy theories, but a lot of people seem to think that because it was also at a very busy time of year, that
Correct.
the airport, it was an inside job from the point of view that the airport actually staged it rather than having to pay out the insurance bill for their computers crashing and everyone's flights being ruined. But I mean, I don't know. I think it still cost
Oh.
them an awful lot of money, and it cost them their good name. There
Yeah.
was also one other one actually, which was the airport was actually sold shortly afterwards to an investment group, and the price it went through for was actually a decent percentage down on the price they were negotiating at. That's the only one that I feel okay. That sounds a bit
Sketchy.
dodgy because it's, it's
Oh.
actually fact. It's a fact in writing you can prove. So to me, that one was the only one that worried me.
Yeah. I would say so. It's like, hey, Phil, we gotta knock a couple zeros off to this price here.
Yeah,
Go over there and
exactly.
fly that drone of your son's. You know.
Yeah, knock a billion or two off the price. Yeah,
Oh
so it's not good.
man, dude, you're sounding like you should be on Steve's channel. Have you watched Ariel's any of his stuff before?
Which channel's that? I
Aerial
hop around
Histories
so many of his
and
live streams.
Aerial Histories UK.
No, I don't actually. No,
Oh, well,
I'm
he
gonna write
hasn't
that
he
down.
hasn't been able to do it in a while, but he does these the tinfoil hat club like videos.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
it's all conspiracy theory stuff. I love it. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm writing that down because I absolutely, any conspiracy theories, whether I'm going to believe them or not, I just love the work that goes into some of them. It's just incredible,
Oh yeah.
and how people can trace things through on a tiny line. It's no, it's very good.
Mr. 84 wonders if you fly on the left side of the sky because you're in the UK.
actually, in actual fact, the rule here is we pass on the right-hand side of any other motorized aircraft,
Oh,
because
yeah, see.
we have a yeah. So we have regulations here from the point of view if you do meet another drone or a model helicopter or that type of thing. So yeah. So no, we're on the correct side of the sky, I suppose you would call
Hmm. That's good. Yeah, correct side of the sky. I mean, who knows? But
it.
we
Indeed.
use what is it, the um well, actually both you and us, we are like the only ones on the English system for weights and all that and distance and all that stuff.
I
The
know
rest of
it's
the world's all
yeah,
metric.
which is quite crazy for us because obviously being part of Europe, it's
Hmm.
we're miles per hour and pounds and kilos, everything else like that. It all gets mixed in together,
Oh
and
yeah.
it becomes very very strange, very
Well,
strange.
there was actually like a thing that happened a long time ago in the U.S. that they were actually going to convert us to metric, and
Wow.
so in Arizona, there's still parts that actually are measured in, and what they're going to try to do basically is just start from the borders and just work their way in farther and farther each state as they replace signs and all that stuff. They're going to replace them with and so they have kilometers and mile signs for like the last 50, 60 miles going into Mexico, and it's not just to like get you acclimated to kilometers, it's actually to get you, like they were actually converting the system.
Switch it over. That's crazy. What a huge job.
It didn't go very far.
Crazy. that would be a big job. I mean, crikey, I know what it's like when anyone talks about taking any kind of guns away, etc. over there. So I can only imagine how they would cling on to the miles per hour.
Oh, you're not wrong. It happens. People cling on to miles per hour. My father is one of them. I wouldn't switch over that. It's like, well, you wouldn't really have a choice.
No, yeah.
I mean, when your car comes in, it only says kilometers per hour. Don't go 60. Exactly. Go 100.
Exactly.
So what do you got going on projects wise or anything like that you're thinking about doing here soon?
In a channel point of view, we're
correct. Yeah.
Really quite fluid at the moment. I've only been doing it a little bit more seriously for about the last 6 weeks. So I'm still really finding my feet. I had my first video hit 1,000 views last week.
That's awesome.
Which, yeah, it is and it isn't. It was a rumor video about the DJI action camera, and it's not really the kind of thing that I want to put out, if that makes sense. I don't really want to put rumors and that type of thing out, but
people feed on it though. I mean, that's the thing.
It worked. Yeah. It did work for the side of channel that we are, especially. So
I think I saw that one of yours actually.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and my view was and you weren't the only one who put out a video on that. So
51 Drones, I think, put one out as well, actually.
Oh yeah. I think I watched his as well. But my view is let DJI stick to drones and drone cameras, and let GoPro stick to action cameras. Because the Osmo Pocket looks fine, but the reason why I didn't order it is because this thing is it's solid. You can hold it. Yeah. Whereas that Osmo Pocket, there's just too many moving parts. I feel like, if I'm actually running or something like that, you saw the trip and fall video of mine, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, I did, yeah.
If that was an Osmo Pocket, it wouldn't be living today.
Yeah, it'd be toast, absolutely. I mean, I actually use the Osmo Pocket for most of my filming.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's because it's, either filming in the office here or fairly set up, gentle shots, basically.
Yeah. But so again, it's not true action cam stuff. It's more just, I guess it's really not meant to be an action cam either, though.
No, absolutely not. Not that particular one, because there's another YouTuber, Young360, and she's fairly aggressive with her cameras, etc. And she's already broken hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one. She's the one from China, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
That has flown the Ken Heron travel around the world bird. Yeah.
That's it. Exactly. It's actually from Ken that I found her, and I think she's replaced it fairly quickly, because recently she's been getting a lot of views on her Osmo Pocket videos. But actually, in actual fact, I put an Osmo Pocket, couple of Osmo Pocket ones up myself, because I obviously bought one.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they did probably twice my average views.
Nice.
I was really surprised. There's a massive audience out there for them, but again, it's trying to stay on the drones.
Yeah, I did a whole review of the GoPro, and I never put the video out. I don't know why. I probably still could, I imagine, but it's a little late. But I still could do it. But
you do tend to still pick up traffic. I was surprised that the Osmo Pocket did so well, because I thought people would look at it and say, who's this guy? Tiny channel. I'm not watching that. And it only got, I think it's up to 700 and something views now. But that's fairly decent again for my channel. Only been 6 weeks or so.
Hey, I mean, I'd take 700 views. 700 views is decent for my channel too.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very early days. But I'm trying to do all of these things that we're told to do with the thumbnails and the SEO and subtitles. I found bizarrely. is a really important
my
really
whole
important one.
I think the biggest part of my struggle is the tagging. I'm at a loss. I'm just like, oh, I'm sure people want to hear this word and that word, and they're going to search for this.
Yeah.
And then Pusa Studios. I don't know if you watch. He came on and he's like, oh, you don't want to use single words. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I don't do that. And he's like, see right here where you're using the... I'm like, how are you looking at my tags, dude? Don't tell on me.
Well, the DJI Action Camera, one that I got the 1,000 and something views on so far, that one actually, because I literally followed every single step, I did the tags correctly, the description, the thumbnail. I made sure that the title was in the thumbnail, that it was in the description, it was in the tags all the way through. It actually started getting more traffic from YouTube search than it was getting from the Facebook groups, etc., that I was sharing it from. And that I found was like, okay, it actually works. Because you never know, there's so many channels out there telling you how to run a YouTube channel, and but those few things seem to work anyway.
Yeah, I think TubeBuddy. Do you use that at all?
Oh yes, yep.
Does that help you a lot?
Oh no, sorry, no. I thought you said I had heard of it. No, I use vidIQ.
Oh, okay.
But only the free version. And I find it is pretty good. It helps track my general progress, and whatever video I'm watching on YouTube, it will give me some stats on the right hand side to tell me what they're doing. One thing that it does do on the free version, which I quite like, it's a Chrome plugin, so you have to use Chrome to use it. Okay. Is when you're typing tags, it actually comes up and tells you what number you would be at. So, for instance, obviously, something like Geeksvana Drone News, you would expect me to be number one because no one else is putting a tag.
Correct.
Geeksvana Drone News, of course. But then, actually, when you start to play around with your tags, it's surprising which ones you will actually top out at. And if you can get 4 or 5 in there, where even though they're quite random phrases, because you're topping out, you start to climb the ranking on all of it, basically. And I had that with I did a flight at a mosque over here in the UK, and that actually ended up getting 1,500 views. And most of the people were searching on it weren't really looking for drone footage of the mosque. You know, they were just looking up mosques generally, basically. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That probably is going to help me, because I literally, like, the first thing I tag is drones. Like.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure if somebody searches drones, I'm coming up like 9,800 and something or whatever. So.
Yeah, I mean, one other thing I've started to try and do, which has worked for a while, is I try to organize flights at buildings that have a following, if that makes sense. So things like churches, monasteries, that type of thing, because what you tend to find is they will then go and tell their entire congregation, look at this great video, go and view it. And that has actually helped me quite a lot to gain views on my general drone flights. I mean, we've got one that we did at a monastery, which the first version of it got 1,100, and the second is sitting at 527 in a month, which is
nice.
I'm happy with that. And then another one, which is a Formula Nuclear RAF base, which is now sitting at 540 views. So it's, it's peanuts in the grand scheme of things, but you have to start somewhere.
Hey, if I get over 200 views on a video, I'm like, hey, it's doing well. That's me. But I'm not tagging very well. Evidently, I need to do a better job tagging. But I do have one video that's like really close to 30K views.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's the first video I did of this mountain falling in our area, and it's just slowly crumbling down. And I've done like 3 or 4 follow-ups to it, and I think one of those has like just under 4,000. One of them has a couple thousand. One of them has 1,500, something like that. But
yeah, because I've heard that thing of they talk about doubling down, don't they? Like almost, if you have a successful video, make 3 or 4 more just like it or similar to it to.
Yeah, to get yourself found more or whatever, I guess. Yeah. And I mean, the thing is I can't make too many videos of it because it's a 3.5 hour drive to the thing. And so the only times I get over there is when I'm working over there. So that's when I'm able to film, which I should be over there next week. So I'm probably going to film it again because it's been about 2 or 3 months. So
just looking at your channel now, actually.
Hey, Justin.
Crikey.
Yeah, that one is. I don't. What is it saying? It's 27,000. There you go. Yeah.
27,556 is is what it's telling us on here.
Yeah, it gets about.
That is crazy.
It's still awesome. Even a year later, I get about 20 views a day on the thing. So it's it does pretty well.
yeah. I mean, it looks excellent. What kind of do you know what click through it gets? What click through percentage it gets on the analytics?
It's been a long time since I've looked at it, but 4.5%, something like that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's pretty good because most of my videos are like 1 to 1.5 or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So, Justin, were you wanting to come in as well and chit chat, or are you just sitting on chat tonight? I have to get your email off my phone though because for some reason I don't have it on the computer.
Let me sit up here a bit.
Oh, you're fine actually. You're doing well, and you're doing really well for being on your first stream, man. You got everything all set up there and all that. You're doing really good.
I appreciate the opportunity because it's practice, isn't it? Basically.
Oh yeah, I mean, pretty much what you're doing sitting here with me is, I mean, if you actually want to run your own stream, you can actually this Hangouts thing that you're on with me right now. That's what you can actually use that to do your own stream. You won't have like if you're. Oh wait, is that the stream going on behind you? I see myself. Yeah, I do.
Yes, it's a few seconds behind. I play YouTube on my Xbox.
Nice.
Here in my office, which is my bedroom starts over there as well. My loving girlfriend is fast asleep.
Oh.
I find it easy to watch YouTube on the big screen.
Nice. Yeah. I lost my train of thought here for a second. But, like the thing where I have the pictures going behind us and all the little boxes and stuff around us, it's going to look more like Roger's stream if you just do your own thing. Otherwise, you have to use OBS, which is a whole different monster of...
Yes, so I hear. Yes, that's what I hear most people doing. So, I mean, I want to try and think of something slightly different to do with the live streaming because I really enjoy watching... your stream, Ken's stream, the Canadian Drone Hub I often have on in the background when I'm working during the day, I want to try and come up with a different idea, but I have plenty of time to think of that while the channel grows.
It's really tough too. I mean, usually what I do is I just what's on my mind, I make that the kind of my title for the night.
Yeah. Nice.
And I always try to follow up with kind of what's going on. Just the last week for myself, just because my wife also runs a channel as well, and
yes,
hers
which I started watching because of the choose your own story thing.
Awesome, and see that's what my goal was in her holding her channel kind of in there, and honestly, so with you, Sean, like I would really like this next story that I have is just going to be strictly my channel and her channel as well.
Okay,
but eventually my goal. And that's why I didn't include anybody on this one because, first of all, these things take so much time. Not just the filming and editing of like 8-9 videos, but oh my gosh, like, I mean, right here on this envelope, that's like 1/4 of the planning for my next one. And it just takes so much planning and you have to...
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to figure out how to transition. So what I try to do is transition in a way to at the end of each video it will transition into the next videos and it includes videos that you've possibly already seen because you didn't click on the same one, and so that's what I'm trying, but it's so hard sometimes to do that. It's hard to sit there and say, what do you guys want to do, like on the last one, what do you guys want to do now? Well, I want to go to the park. Well, what if the person just watched the park as the last one? It's like, hey, but we got to say it. So
that's right.
Bella. So what I had Bella say is, she's like, "Well, I'd really like to. I still want to go to the park. So still want to go to the park means if it's you haven't seen it, she still wants to, or she still wants to go back. So it's so hard to plan those things. But
But yeah, no, it's good though. But I like the whole cross channel thing as well because you never know who's watching YouTube with people. Like my other half watches YouTube with me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got into a lot of channels from me watching channels that have done collaborations. And you just never know when things just a little spark and then suddenly
Yeah.
traffic comes your way.
Um, and sorry, I'm trying to get. I'm getting
No, no
Hadley,
problem.
famous FPV's
Of
his
course.
email address. Duh. Okay, I had to make sure because his email address is really easy, as long as you remember whether it's at Gmail,
Yeah.
Hotmail, all this other stuff. So I had to make sure it was what I thought. So,
Awesome.
but yeah. So that was kind of the goal with the wife's channel is that I can get a couple people to see her little parts and stuff, and it was all filmed in my style filming.
Yeah.
This time. It was, I did the planning of, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But the goal with this next one that we're doing is for the ones that are going to be on her channel, she's planning that one. And she usually, as a vlogger, has a little bit longer videos than I do as
Okay,
a
yeah.
drone guy. My average video is
Yeah.
2.5 to 3 minutes. Her average video
Yes,
is 9 to
same.
11. So
Yeah.
so we're not gonna make it 9 to 11 because in a choose your own story, people are getting through multiple stories. So instead of my 1.5 minute video, it might be a 3 minute video on her side. But
No, exactly.
yeah, but so that's kind of our plan with this one. But then, like I was kind of alluding to a little bit ago, is what I really want to do one of these times is bring in not just my wife's channel, but like have it be like me say, oh man, I need to get a picture of blah 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 blah. I need a picture of a castle.
Yeah.
But we don't have any castles around here. I know. I'll call Sean. Hey Sean, can I get
Yeah. That's a good idea.
and
It's a
then
very good idea.
and then it'll go to your video of of you. We'll start your video with sure, Russ. We got plenty of them around here.
We certainly have.
Whatever, and then you'll go film the castle, and then so that'll be your footage. And it's not like you're sending me the footage. The great thing is all I have to do is link to that video of yours.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah,
then
no, it's a good idea.
it brings people to your channel. But then the thing is when you have it go from your channel to either the next person or back to me, it brings people to my channel from you. And so that is my ultimate goal with this whole thing is to have everybody kind of benefit from everybody.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you could even go from that to the FPV stuff with Hadley and that sort of thing, couldn't you? You could really go quite,
absolutely, yeah.
people could see quite dramatically different drone footage, etc. Very cool.
Yeah, I hold on, I'm sending him that email right now. But yeah, exactly. And so then you would say, yeah, I got the footage, blah, 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 blah. How do you want me to send it to you? Well, you can send it via Hadley's famous FPV.
Exactly. Very cool. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, so I just, I think everybody would have fun with it.
Yeah, I think so. I think with those choose your own adventure things, it does seem to be keeping them out there a bit as well, to allow them to be found as well, isn't it, sort of thing, and then
Correct.
and then people sharing them with each other seems to be, so it does seem to be literally a viral type of content.
Yeah. And the goal is, and this is what we did with the first one, and I think it worked pretty well. And it was just something that I planned because I was like, hey, we could almost double release each video. But what we did is we only released my first video that started the thing first.
Yes.
Everything else was unlisted. So like, let's say you and I were in something, my video would be the only one that's public, and then your video is unlisted. Hadley's video is unlisted. So everybody has to start with mine and go on and go forth. And then after 2 days, we'll release the next level of videos. So it would be your video and somebody else that I called and somebody else that I called or whatever.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then 2 days after that, Hadley's and all this, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And then so basically, you're getting traction from people clicking over from mine, and then when you release yours, I haven't done all the editing on the old ones, but I'm going to have a link to the original video in the description of each video. So you would be able to get now traction from you releasing it as like an original video on yours, making it go public.
Exactly.
But then also people are going to watch it and be like, well, this seems like it started really strange. Oh, wait, in the description it says it started with this, and they can go back and watch from mine. You know, that's the goal with it.
Yeah, you could also use premieres for that as well, couldn't you? To phase the releases and stuff, but also still have a bit of hype there.
Yeah, and that's what I thought about doing the premiere thing. But the only thing is they can only watch the first video with you in the premiere, but they can talk with you while they're watching other things. I
That's
think,
right.
or come back and talk with you at least. So,
Yes,
hey Roger,
exactly,
what's up? Roger's in the building.
Yeah.
Cool, and it's official now, guys. As I was typing my email to Justin there, and Justin, I hope you got it. But I was typing my email to Justin Hadley's Famous. I got my confirmation from Ken Heron that I am the guest next week.
That's fantastic.
I can't wait. I'm actually really excited.
So great. That is so great. I mean, some of your footage is incredible though, and it needs that kind of exposure.
I hope it helps. I mean, it's been really fun to make, and I really appreciate you being. You're like almost as excited as I am. Sometimes it seems like so. Really appreciate
it's really
that.
cool. That I mean, I had my first video played on Ken's show last week, and I sent him the longest email of excitement I think he's probably ever had. It was just 30 seconds on there, and it's just cool. It's just nice to have your hard work shared out there. And but no, I think you're perfect for TNL, because I think you come across very well. I think his wider audience are really going to like you.
Well, between you and me and everybody in here, what I plan on doing is getting like a paper copy of Ken's face, and so when I come on the stream, I'm going to have that in front of me.
Yes. He loves comedy as well, doesn't he? So anything funny, he will respond extremely well to.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
That's the goal. I'm terrible at Photoshop, so I might have to use my brother's help on that.
Nice. But no, that's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah. Hey, Roger, by the way, I think I sent you a link if you wanted to come in. If you're just wanting to hang out on chat, though, no problem whatsoever.
The Quad Father?
Yes, the Quad Father. Kiss the ring.
I mean, his streams have really helped my exposure as well. They've brought my subscribers up nicely. Because I was again, it's only been 6 weeks, and it was just trickling up, and it's really helped move my numbers up a bit. Just being part of the live streaming wider community, everyone is extremely generous.
Yeah, I mean, I started. So I actually met Roger through Ken Heron's stream.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, when I first met Roger, I was on not on as a guest, but on watching like his third or fourth live ever that he did.
Right.
When Roger, on his channel, but he'd go on a guest on other people's channels and stuff. But yeah, so I started watching Ken just before his accident. In 17? It was November of 2017 is when I started watching Ken. And so then I met Roger on there, and when he started doing his stream, I remember him saying, hey, you should come watch the stream and hang out with us. And I was hooked from that moment. Just Canadian Drone Hub. Usually about 3 days a week I can get on there and watch at least. Yeah. Although I will say there are times it's 7.
The same. I'm on there at least 5. Which is it's just it's my background when I'm working now. So
yeah.
Wait,
how does okay? So Ricky, I should say, because there's a lot of other Ricks. I could have swore I gave you a wrench numerous times before, and I just gave him a wrench.
This was happening earlier to Roger as well. I think he was trying to give someone a wrench, and it wasn't showing.
Yeah, because he says, thanks for the wrench. It says, if I click over his name right now, it says remove moderator. So
that's exactly what Roger had earlier with someone. And it did change after a while. The person's name did start coming up as a wrench.
Okay, so I'll leave it alone then. Because Two Stroke got his right away. I don't know. I give up with YouTube sometimes. I mean, sometimes with subs and stuff, you have somebody subs you, and then what's up, Justin? Hold on, let me
Hey, Justin.
make Sean not the only one who shows up when they talk.
How's it going, everybody? How is it going?
It's good.
I'm doing well.
It's late, but it's
But
good.
by the way, I am on my 3rd set of batteries on this thing now.
Oh wow! Get rechargeables.
I have
This is
rechargeables.
suggesting.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Third time going through it. So
That's good. At least you're smart enough to have rechargeables. It took me a while to figure that one out.
yeah. Well, I didn't have them the first time because usually what we do is we keep them in the TV remotes. So then we run out of batteries in the remotes. We can at least charge them or whatever and get it to her.
Yep.
But I'm like, this thing's gonna go through batteries a whole lot quicker than a TV remote will. So I took the regular batteries out of put them in the TV remotes and put the rechargeable ones in this thing. It's been a good decision so far.
Yeah. No, it is. It is a good decision. I went through a lot of batteries with those. The gimbals in that transmitter are actually new.
Are they?
So when I sent it to you, yeah, they are newer. I replaced those gimbals. I wore that transmitter out. Like the gimbals wore out in that thing, and I put new gimbals in it because I got. I was on Banggood one day, and I just so happened to find them. They were like $8 for the set. I could not buy them.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
So how's Summer doing?
she's doing good.
Good.
She's going around saying, "Oh,
Hi.
Hey, how's it going, Summer? Actually, let's see. If I'm talking to you guys, I need to wave at both cameras because I got
Right.
the one camera that you guys can see me on, and that's why you guys are seeing me sideways. Is because I'm looking at the OBS camera, but I want to make sure you guys could actually see me instead of just seeing a emblem for me.
yeah, we can see it just fine." Yeah. So yeah, today was dude, I had such a crazy day today. So I got up kind of late. I planned on sleeping in a little bit late because I was going to take off with the wife when she went to town.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on an excursion looking for places to fly. And I found myself at a church. And it was like the coolest church that I'd ever been to. And I just walked inside. I was like, I want to see if I can fly this place. They've got this huge, I'll show you guys when I do the flight because they gave me permission. Long story short is I sat there for 2 hours. I'm going to be doing some demonstrations there once I get my 107 certification.
Nice.
And I'm going to be doing some other stuff. I'm going to be helping them I'm going to donate some footage if they want it for commercials and
Nice.
try to get my name out there, do donate, pay it forward, right? Give it before you want to receive anything. And it was just like off of a whim too. I was out driving. I found all kinds of cool places to go fly FPV. Then I found myself at a church, and I'm like walking into the church and I'm thinking to myself, don't just go in here asking to fly this place. You need to give them something first, offer something, talk to them, and warm them up to the FPV idea, because the first thought, as soon as I mentioned drone, the response was, no, we're no, the response was like, eh. But after the conversation, it was, yeah, you're more than welcome to come down, do a demonstration and show us, once you have your certification. And that's what my whole goal was, is to have permission to come there and fly at some point and maybe bring more people into the FPV community or into camera drones,
Yeah. Well,
And,
you gotta get that portfolio going. I mean, that's and you can't build a portfolio sometimes without doing some pro bono stuff. I did some pro bono stuff with my drone to be able to get. I did some stuff for. I have a couple of neighbors that are realtors, and so I did some free stuff for them on some of the houses they were selling just to get my thing, and then that got me my first commercial jobs and stuff and everything, and so everything started from there.
Going.
Yeah, now next
Gotta
weekend
get that
I have
revolving door spinning somehow.
Oh yeah, I have a meeting with my wedding clients that I'm doing for this June. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. So you're going to be are you doing camera photos as well, or just drone?
Just the drone. I don't want to be a wedding actual regular photographer. I am so afraid. And Andrew, who's the studios, did not do me any favors. He just confirmed my fears, if anything. But I do not want to deal with the bridezillas or the momzillas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, buddy.
those things
that's why
scare
I
me.
asked. Just had to ask because I have a few friends that started out in that industry, and they fly drones now. They're commercial pilots as well, and they're like, man, there's days where I just don't want to show up. And they've already been paid. They're like, I still don't want to show up. I just want to send them their money back and not show up on wedding day and not say nothing because of how much they've driven me crazy. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. Yeah, I know, but I feel like doing it.
Yeah,
that's horrible to feel. That's got to be bad to feel like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like something to push you
good.
that. No.
Weddings pay more. Now, this one isn't going to really pay that much because it's the boss's daughter.
Yeah.
Or I mean, my wife's boss's daughter, so...
Let's just call it a portfolio add-on.
Correct. Yes.
You know? The way I look at it, like I was telling Summer, I'm like probably a year before I start getting paid for doing FPV, like where somebody's going to pay me for it. And she's like, you think it's going to be that long? I'm like, that's being modest. It might be longer.
It can.
Here.
It could be longer. I mean,
a long time.
I've gone.
Oh yeah.
I've done like 3 jobs in a 1 week, 2 week period, and then I've done no jobs in a 2-month period. So.
Wow.
Yep.
Especially during the winter.
That's the thing, man. You got horrible winters there where it's cold.
Yes, it is.
I can see that. Yeah, it's cold there, man.
Nobody wants to sell anything.
I'd be a statue.
Yeah.
There's Hadley out there. He's frozen in his front yard. He tried to make it to the car. His blood's so thin from being in the desert, he just froze to death right there. He looking like I was on Everest, and it was just in somebody's front yard. Especially Rogers, man. My God. Talking about 40 below Celsius or something like that. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That is absolutely
That's like,
crazy.
Isn't that 100 degrees negative or something like that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, all I know is if it's sunny at Rogers Place, you got to watch out in the winter because it's not warm. And if it's not sunny, you got to watch out because it's snowing just buckets full of snow.
Yep. Right. Literally, 5-gallon buckets just getting dumped over and over in the front yard.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually. So you were saying, Hadley, about getting permission from that church. I'm a big believer in that myself over here. I'm always asking weird and wonderful places for permission to fly and film. Obviously, with me, it's just a Mavic Air flying over the top of their building, so it's not as big a deal to them. But yeah, I'm always into the permission thing. A lot of flyers over here don't do that, and they get a lot of complaints afterwards.
See, that's the thing is I don't want to ruin
their footage online. Yeah.
I just don't want to ruin it for someone else, and I want to find out if somebody else has already ruined it for me before I get there, and they call the cops immediately.
No, exactly.
Because I'm on their property or I'm flying. The biggest thing that they'll get you for here is a noise complaint. You know, they'll get out with their little meter. And if I do a punch out, say I'm on 5S or something, it's going to be over 110 decibels. It's a given.
Yeah.
You know, it's ripping the air apart.
Yeah. Over here, a lot of the flights that you'll do as a hobbyist are technically illegal because you'll be within 160 meters of the road or something like that. Now, the police will not bother you at all unless you upset someone. And then if you upset someone, they will come and they will be, okay, you are way too close to this road, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. If you haven't bothered anyone, if you've asked permission, they're absolutely fine. They're absolutely 100%.
See, and that's the other thing that bothers me is like if I went to, say I got permission one day, and you know, I go and I feel like there's this tower, this high-rise building that I have permission to fly from my church. My church rents like 3/4 of this building. Nice. And I've gotten permission. They're like the entire top area of this building. So I've got permission to dive this building. I know I can go down there anytime and go dive the building, and I've got permission. But what if building owner says no because they're renting? You know what I mean? The building owner so happens to be there one day when I just show up. I'm so scared of that. I've been there once and dove the building for like 4 batteries, and I was like, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I'm all scared, like driving away, all like paranoid.
Indeed,
Thinking that someone's gonna call the cops on me, you know.
Same. Yeah, I had a flight at a 12th century church, and the best place to stand to have line of sight was actually in their graveyard. And the chap that was showing me around said, yeah, if you just stand over there in the graveyard, it'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry, it's the best view of the church. And I was over there and I was thinking, if anyone comes in here to go and visit their, deceased relative,
I've flown a lot of cemeteries,
feel
man.
So,
Yeah,
so
I got
was just
permission from the
paranoid. I was
cemetery.
watching the gate. Yeah.
Did you get permission to fly it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I actually I did the same as you. I did the giving back thing. I took photos for their Christmas card, and their parish magazine while I was up there.
Oh,
that's cool.
See? You can't go wrong with that, and you got to do your flight. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, that's like it's what it's all about, like giving to someone else,
You know what I do?
Exactly.
I just go out to the sidewalk and I'm like, you can't do anything about me flying here, bro. No, I'm just joking. I don't do that.
I know, right? Just pulling the punk thing. I mean, you can do that. You really can. Yeah. You're totally gray airing this thing, but if you crash or your thing goes down, guess what? You're at the mercy of the rules.
Well,
exactly, and that's a big thing here as well. I really dislike the obnoxious British drone flyers. That there's a lot out there, and they are literally. I'm on a public footpath. I'll fly where I want to, and yes, technically, the landowner doesn't own the air, and they can't stop you flying over it. But still, it's just not giving a good name for droning out there at all.
Exactly, you're not making any friends if you're doing that stuff.
No. And nobody wants to make that kind of a name for themselves. All we have is who we are, really. I mean, if it comes down to brass tacks, that's what you got, your word and who you are.
Well, and the thing is and what I always think about is, if let's say I'm the guy who actually goes there and says, you can't stop me, I'm going to fly from the sidewalk. Technically, whatever, you can't do anything about it. And this church guy has a really bad taste in his mouth. And then a nice flyer like Justin comes up and says, hey, I'd like to fly around your church. And he's like, that last guy was a jerk. Get out of here. Hadley did everything right, had no chance because jerk Russ decided to fly.
And that's what I'm talking about. So I'd like to know before I try to send something up. Like, maybe it's a day that they're not going to be there and it's early in the morning and I know no one's going to be on the property and I can just go rip a pack real quick and get out of there. It's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, no big deal. I don't normally crash if I don't push it, especially if I'm doing something like that. I'll just like do my little flight and get the heck out of here. I'm going but no, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I used to do that when I first started flying. I'm like, oh, I gotta go fly that. That's a cool fountain, and I get my drone in the air and I'm like, I can hardly even see the fountain. I'm like, this sucks. What am I thinking? And I'd possibly piss somebody off on their property.
Yeah. It's much harder for FPV though, isn't it? Because obviously you've got a situation where you're getting so much closer to the property, and ironically, even an FPV drone is going to do less damage than a Mavic Air hitting something, but because it's lower and therefore louder a little bit.
No,
like the racing drone is going to do so much damage if you run into something versus like a DJI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's carbon fiber. It's real hard, solid,
and you're probably going about 4 times the speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
maybe 75. I'm thinking maybe 75 miles an hour or something like that. Maybe 80 at the most.
Who's this lady who came in here?
Oh, hey, Val. I just saw her down here in the box. I see her. Sure
if you were going to even see me. So I was just being real stealthy.
She's all sneaky.
You know how I am. I'm trying to see if I can get this chat up, guys. It's just going to take me a second.
Roger and Kim are both talking about you. It's about the same as any typical night on my stream.
What?
No, we're just kidding. We're just joking. Yeah, man, I was super stoked. I took off.
Oh, sorry.
The dog thought you were calling it a name.
How you doing, Sean?
Yeah. It is illegal to shoot down a drone, Kim, but like Two Stroke says, indeed it is. And the people around my area who also own 12 gauges, if you were flying a drone 60 feet above their house, out in the country, like where my parents live, there's a lot of people that would just be like, oh, go get my 12 gauge there, Cletus. I'm going to take care of this hair invader. Like... and it's just gone. It's done. And it doesn't matter if it was legal or not.
Law possible. Yeah, they don't care.
No, they don't care.
Drone's nowhere to be found. Yeah, the drone won't even be found.
Yeah. What drone?
Yeah, what drone?
Yeah.
I let my dog run off with that thing. I know nobody's gonna find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go country, you know.
Mason, Ricky Dove.
Ricky Dove's in the house.
It's Pennsylvania, right? We got in the house.
Yep.
And we got Mr. Hadley.
Yep.
Hadley.
And this is
I'm here.
Val. This is Sean Geeks Vana. This is his first time being on a stream.
This is Geeks Vana?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's me. How's it going, dude?
It is fun, yeah.
Love the tag. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love all your controllers there.
Yeah, he's got quite the setup, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, it's kind of makeshift, last minute.
And oh, by the way, I love your voice. I just
Thank
wanted to
you.
put that out there. I think anytime you say something with a regal English voice, you sound so much smarter than us.
Yeah, I think
All
on
sophisticated.
Ken's show earlier, he was saying the same about Ash from Droning On, that he thinks he gets all the latest stuff from DJI because his English voice makes it sound so much better.
Right?
It's all sophisticated and legit.
I mean, I don't think Ken's lying there. I mean, Val obviously she just wants to talk to Sean. Justin and I are just we're just here.
Yeah.
Chopped liver, man. Chopped liver. Not even in a skillet.
Yeah.
You don't get no onions.
Listen, the guy next door is
Oh,
half
man.
mile away into a 3-inch thick plate of steel.
Wow.
That is really good shooting.
about?
He's talking about how good his neighbor is at shooting. That's pretty good.
Yep. My targets are, well, they're not 3-inch thick. They're I don't know, 3/4 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
I want a
They're like
drone
angled.
gun.
They're angled like this. So when you
Nice.
shoot it, it hits it and goes into the dirt right there. So you can always
That's good, yeah.
you collect your lead too.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
a
right.
drone gun, guys. I'm gonna point it
I-
up when I see a really nice drone I like. I'm gonna shoot it and make it come to me.
And then when the person
not
follows
nice.
their GPS stuff, you're gonna be like, I saw
Not
it
just be like,
first.
hey,
No,
it
she's
came
gonna
in
hook
my
that thing
yard.
up and reflash it. What do you know?
It came in my yard. It's mine now.
Right? Right?
Take a Faraday cage with you.
Right? Yes, there you go. Or you could just line something with a few layers, like a trash can or something, metal trash can.
Yeah, exactly.
Drop it in the
Yeah.
trash can. Make sure there's foil inside the lid.
What
be all
drone?
right. Drone. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all jumping around in there.
Yeah. Well, what you do,
Trying to return to home.
yeah. Well, see, that's what you do is you don't turn the thing off, and you just put it in your car and you drive like half a mile away, and then you pull the battery. Why am I telling people how to steal a drone? All right, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, let's stop this conversation. I was just thinking that. I'm like,
The drone theft
I
channel.
just had a mosquito on me. You know, we already have mosquitoes.
Oh,
We already have mosquitoes, man. Yeah, Summer and I were out looking at an option for where we're gonna move, and yeah, there was tons of mosquitoes. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Where did that thing go? I'm like all bobbing and weaving. There it is.
how warm is it getting there now, Justin?
It was 101 today at my house.
Oh,
Wow.
101 degrees Fahrenheit. I was
Wow.
not happy. Yeah, the mad scientist came out yesterday to bring me antennas, and he's like, "You gotta come fly with me. You gotta come fly with me." And I'm like, "Well, I'm studying," and he's like, "You know, I have my 107, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you have your pilot's license too. Like, the 107 was nothing. It was $20 and 10 questions for you." And he's all, "Yeah, but I can help you study." And I'm like, "While I'm flying?" He's like, "I'll talk to you and quiz you." And I'm like, "Fine, I'm coming. I'll be there." I don't know how many batteries I have charged. I just grabbed all my batteries, and I grabbed my
Nice.
charger thing too again. I spent 3 hours with him and him drilling me with questions for 3 hours while I was flying. It was
nice.
Wow.
it wasn't
Nice.
exactly
Multidisciplinary.
exactly a fun flying time, you know. Like I'm trying to fly and talk, and he's hitting me with questions, and I'm like having to think, and I'm like, "Oh God, I almost ran into that tree."
My favorite question from the test was, you have a job to fly some power lines, and you have to drive 2 hours to get there. You had some drinks the day before, and it's been more than 8 hours, but you still feel impaired, like you shouldn't be driving. Should you drive and fly your drone? It's like,
no.
Anybody who answered yes,
Oh,
auto
yeah.
fail.
Yeah,
Auto
let's just
fail.
go with yes. Yeah, let's just go yes and act like ignorant.
Yeah, there's a
Ignorant is all heck.
yeah. There's a couple questions on that test that I'm just like, this question needs to be an auto fail question right here.
Yeah.
Right. There's gotta be a question or two in there that's like, nope, that's 10. That's 10 minus 10.
Yeah.
You get one, you're done. You know, one more minus 10 and you're finished.
Yeah. The other ones are the personality type questions. You know, like the aggressive pilot, the can't do anything wrong pilot, and you know, the person who doesn't follow the rules and just thinks that they're above the rules pilot. But like the scenarios that they have on those questions for them is just it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've the study questions and all that stuff from Remote Pilot 101 have been pretty good, pretty some of them were difficult.
They're
METARS
verbatim.
Quiz I did the METARS and task quiz for the second time today. I got a 80 yesterday and I got 100% today.
Nice.
And I think I'm just going to go through and watch it all over again just to make sure that I've got it down.
What was that, Val?
Yep. So,
What'd you say, Val?
I'm just looking at the boxes, how you have this all set up in YouTube. Wild.
Oh,
Isn't it? It's cool.
you like that? You like how I have the stream set up? Yeah. I just have a slideshow.
Turn around to do the stream.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
I
that's
like the
very cool.
boxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've basically I just put a slideshow behind it.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
my
like
thing
that.
will turn without busting. I got my YouTube channel going in the background there.
Nice.
Just being a nerd, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some things going, you know, that's running off of a computer on the TV. So I'm testing out the computer with the new hard drive, kind of giving it a stress test today. And hopefully I'll be streaming in the next couple days. Russ, I'm going to need your help.
Hey,
I'm going to need everybody's help. Show me what to do.
Very nice. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, I know I need to do it. You guys have been telling me I need to do it, so I'm going to try to pick a time or a day. I'm going to at least do one a week, you know, maybe 2 a week. And I'm going to try to find a time that works really convenient for me. You know, I'm not trying to, like, do it in the morning early like Roger. I can't do that. There's no way in heck. So I'm thinking, like, sometime in the evening time, but, like, that's going to be more... I don't want to be, like, 7 o'clock my time because that's, like, 10 East Coast, you know? You know, like, nobody wants to be on there that late. You know?
At 10 East Coast?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
They might.
What are you talking about, man? We got a whole
You're...
9.5 people, 12 people in here.
Oh, there is 12 people in here.
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, because...
on what day you do it, Hadley. Like, if you came on at 7 o'clock your time, but it was like on a Friday, you're going to get more people.
Correct.
Because they're up later. You know,
and that's the other thing is I got to figure out a day. I got to figure out a day that's going to work for me too, so I can still get my stuff done that I need to get done.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's going to be some trial and error kind of thing here for the next couple of weeks. I'll just jump on and see who comes on, you know.
So honestly, the reason why I did this time frame is because Thursday is the most likely day that I have a shorter day at work. And gotcha. I did the 7 o'clock time frame because my son goes to bed. You guys may have seen, if you guys were watching Mark's channel, me saying goodnight to him. I do the 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, is because that's when he goes to bed. So I still get to help get him, you know, dinner and do dinner with the family and all that stuff, and then I get to go on. It actually had nothing to do with Ken.
Kim, what are you talking about? I'll be on your guys' live stream. Jeez, what is that? You're like family. Jeez. Like anytime, I'll get up early in the morning and jump on your guys' stream. God,
No, he's just speaking for
It's a
himself,
knife in the
Kim.
back, man.
I mean, it was nice knowing you, Kim. I'll see you maybe in another month or two. No, I'm just joking.
Jeez, that's so messed up.
I know.
No, I'll be on there. I'll be on there every day, crying because he doesn't like me no more.
But but so 7 o'clock on Thursdays, it actually had nothing to do with the fact that, because sometimes Ken's channel isn't actually even done when I come on.
Okay.
So it was literally just because of that, but it actually works well with Ken's channel ending and Mark leading into mine and stuff as well, because Mark does his thing on Thursday, and he's like, well, I'll just end when you start. And so that kind of works well. Everybody who's over there, kind of, the people who want to can come over here and filter in.
That's what I do from Ken's show. It was actually Ken's show that I found you. I can't remember who it was. They dropped it in the chat.
Drone shots?
The little thing on the end.
I think it was drone shots.
Says, I'm heading over to Droning Northwest's.
Nice.
I was like, ooh, another live stream.
Right? It's like candy. I'll take some more.
Yeah. Eat me.
Yes,
yeah, I think
agree.
it was Drone Shots who was the one who was over there and said that, because he came in and said that he's like, oh, I was talking you up at the end of Ken's channel. So
yeah, it was perfect timing. It was when the chat was large on the screen at the end, like Ken does. So.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
Roger, have a good sleep.
oh, Roger's out.
I don't know
Good
that
night,
I'll
Roger.
see you tomorrow morning because I have to go into work early. If I can sneak
Take
on.
care, Roger. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. I'll drop in for sure. I don't know exactly what I have going on yet.
I would have seen you, Roger.
I haven't got my orders yet.
I would have seen you, Roger, but Kim said that he won't see us again, so now I'm just kind of debating. I'm trying to debate what I want to do in the morning now.
So guys, I could do this too, but I'm also off. I have to get up really early in the morning to go to work.
Okay.
I had to come on for a little bit because I
Thanks,
thought
Val.
maybe Colin might be running around.
No, he kind of, if you want to see Colin, believe it or not, you'll almost always see him if I'm on Mark's channel when his thing is ending, because that's why I do the 7 thing, because he goes to bed at 7 o'clock. Every now and then he'll come in and say goodnight right as I'm starting the stream, but
yeah, I was on Centroid, but and then I went on to Drone Pool. I was trying to hit everyone tonight, and then I was like, I have to get to the store to get stuff for work tomorrow because I have to bring food with me. And I was just like, oh my god! And then you were on. I'm like, oh, I gotta get back in time. So I put a like on the channel, went to the store, and then came back.
Is Drone Pool on tonight too?
He was for a little bit, yeah.
Nice.
Talking about his FPV.
Excellent.
His drone and having trouble getting it fixed and all that
Gotcha.
stuff. So.
Very nice.
Bye, Roger.
See you, Roger. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you, Roger.
Love you all. See you.
Yep.
Keep
See you,
See you,
man.
Val.
Bye, Val. Bye, Val. See you tomorrow if you're on.
Yep.
I might not be. You may see me on Sunday. Don't forget Sunday, Bill, the drone reviewer, will be on my channel,
Ooh,
7
Bill.
p.m.
Awesome.
Right after
Awesome.
those guys at 5.
Nice.
Bye,
Cool. Bye.
Nice. Yeah, and Kim, by the way, I'm not joking, man. I want to get you on here now that you got your whole camera
Yes.
set up and everything.
Yeah,
One
very
of
cool.
these nights, we'll get you on here and have you speak
Yeah, I
it
wanna
up
see
with the
what his
rest
room
of
looks like.
us. Yeah, I
See what his
still.
room looks like, man. I'm all curious.
Kim is the oldest, youngest guy I know.
Right?
Like I don't think I've ever met a guy his age that literally looks like he's like maybe only a few years older than I am. The young man on the panel. Kim, it's Justin or me or Sean, or are you talking about Sean?
I'm probably the oldest one in the group here.
How old are you, Sean?
I doubt that. I doubt that.
Harrison. You sure?
Yeah. No, I still.
I know, I got that just for men going on. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I've got about as much gray in my beard as you.
Nice. Yeah, my beard is getting grey.
Well, I don't use the just for men. I don't know what it's called. My wife uses the. I know it's for women's hair, and it's like, and she mixes it in this cup.
Oh yes.
I'm not gonna get into it.
No.
She's
No,
a
I think it's
beautician,
scary
or
when
not a
people
beautician, a
use
cosmetologist. Yeah, it's scary. It stinks. The stuff stinks like crap.
Mm.
So
Always
you're,
like You can do it on my face when I'm laying on the couch, so I don't have to smell it.
So you're using the Maybelline or whatever. I don't even know.
No. This is that fancy stuff from the where they like the salons go get their crap.
Oh yeah.
It's
Nice.
expensive crap. I don't like it, but
Oh, hey
it
Sean.
looks pretty good.
Yeah,
It's real.
you can see some gray in mine if I get really close to the camera every now and then.
Right?
Not a lot.
Isn't
but
that scary? Isn't it
yeah.
scary? How old are you, Russ?
I'm 35.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're younger
young
than
boy.
me. I'm 30. I'm almost 39. And how old are you, Sean?
I win 42.
There you go.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have said in the upper 30s too.
It's the
Carry your
extra
age well.
pounds that keep the wrinkles away.
Right. Mine showed up after I lost all that weight.
Oh.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
have any. I lost weight. Like you can still see some of the weight in my neck, but yeah, it sucks, man.
Oh.
It does happen
And
when you live
smoking
alone.
does.
But hey,
Smoking
at least-
cigarettes
at
is
least-
horrible. Gives you wrinkles.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
face.
Hey Sean, say something in chat really quick. Kim was wanting you to say hi. But yeah, I only get the gray in my beard if I let it grow out a little bit. Like right now, it's been growing out for a while. Plus, I've got my daughter's best friend came over the other day, and everybody else tell me what you think. But this girl is very quick-witted, and so she said my head looks like grass that needs to be mowed.
Oh, that's
Smart kid, man. That's a smart kid.
No, I was like, what are you talking about? And then everybody started laughing and stuff, and I'm like, man,
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
something
kind
like
of upset
She
because
got
you're
that from her
right.
grandpa.
Yeah.
Bet you that's something she caught from her grandpa. Saying to her dad or something. No.
No, this kid is quick-witted. She'll always mess with me because I mess with her when she comes over, but she'll always mess with me back. And I actually graduated with both of her parents.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
kind of a small world thing.
Yeah. I used to want to have hair like yours, but then it basically up and left me. So
Yeah.
Yeah, mine went to my face.
I'm,
yeah.
I'm really lucky with the hair thing. So, like, my grandpa still has full head of hair. My dad still has a full head of hair. On my mom's side, my uncles have full head of hair. But I'm lucky in that. But I'm unlucky in other ways. So I have to go get my colonoscopy at 40, not at 50 or whatever, because
You're not the only one.
that runs in my family.
Not the only
So.
Yep. You're not the only one. I already am not looking forward to it. I'll be there before you, unfortunately.
Especially, I mean, Mark. Yeah, exactly. Mark talking about his the other day. I'm just like, oh, what?
He's a true. Dude, that dude's tough. That's like the guy you don't want pissed off at you. I'm telling you.
Mark?
He's so nice. Yeah, he's that tough dude that's like never gonna admit it, but he is tough. Not physically tough. I mean, just like capable tough. I don't know. It's hard to explain. When you see somebody go through that, and then they have oral surgery, and they get on a live stream, and it's like no big deal to them. Yeah, I had,
Lucky.
I had oral surgery today. I'm on the live stream. I'm feeling a little groggy, and you're like,
That's crazy.
I was sleeping.
Yeah,
How's he awake?
that was
You know,
was
I had
that
a
2 weeks ago?
colonoscopy. I thought that was like a month ago. He did the live stream with Lewis when they were building
Yeah.
something. And he just had oral surgery, and then he came on. Was it your live stream or Roger's live stream? He came on somebody's live stream after he had the colonoscopy, or it was his own live stream. I don't know. I'm so lost. Like I can't remember exactly.
It was on
Too many
his
live streams.
Yeah, it was on
was
his.
his?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
either 2 or 3 weeks ago or something like that. But I remember he was tired. I mean, I think he just about fell asleep as he was ending his stream.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm being held. I might have to get off here right now, Russ.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 8:30. I already know what I gotta go do.
really quick before you go though, Justin. Mob 7,
Yes.
good or bad?
Mobula 7?
Mobula 7, yeah.
The Mobula 7? I have no experience with it.
Oh, okay. I'm just
don't
trying to
know.
ask as many FPV guys that I know what their thoughts are on it.
So let me tell you this. Everybody I know that runs like a beta race class, 2S race class,
Mhm.
they're running the Mobula 7 here in Tucson. and we have the multi GP. It's the Parrot Rescue Ranch here in Tucson, and it's a micros racetrack that they have that's like permanent at this Parrot Ranch, and they all run the Mobulas there, like all of them.
Cool.
Anybody that goes there and races, they're running the Mobula. I think a couple of people have some Beta 85X or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it looked just like the Mobula. It took the same batteries.
Okay.
It looked the same, you know. Cool. And then I heard the trash can's good too, from some people that don't fly here, but keep asking people, man. I don't have any experience with it. I'm just relaying what I see people doing here.
Yeah, I'm just asking as many people as I can, because you know, a couple of the guys from, you know, those guys or whatever, a couple of people said Mob 7 is awesome, just get the HD version, because the HD version, since it's out, if you don't get it, you'll just wish you had it, because I guess it's like an extra $15 or something is all.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to record in HD and you want to do some Cinewhoop flying, like especially for you.
And that's
107 certified, and you're going to steal my idea, but I'm okay with it.
No, honestly,
threw that idea out there.
No. I'm not going to steal your idea. Well, the thing is I don't want to use. I don't want to do Whoop as like for 107 stuff.
Commercial properties. Trust me.
Really?
You're going through a warehouse? Yes. You will be the one that they buy the footage from instead of the guy running around with a tripod and Osmo on it. Trust me.
Well, yeah.
Because you're going to be able to go through the shelves. You're going to be able to do things other people can't. Do it.
That's true.
Kim, are you going to bed? Good night, Kim. He's 420'd his butt off, yeah. Have a good night, Kim. Sleep well, sir.
Man, I've been starting to sleep well. And if whenever you need to get off, Justin, if you need to get off, just...
Yeah, I probably... you know what? I'm going to stay until this clock... It just clicked. I'm going to go one more minute, and I'll stick it out.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm probably going to do the same myself, actually, as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. You're like...
Yeah.
It's like 2 or 3 in the morning for you.
4:30, actually.
Oh, gosh, okay, yeah. So you just might as well not go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. If the sun's already up, I can't go to sleep.
Me either.
If I've been up too late. Yeah, my days are ruined.
Although some of my best naps,
I'm worthless.
Some of my best naps are in the day though, but I can't go. I can't sleep if it's sunny out. But like I'll take true like Roger style grandpa naps sometimes during the day, and it's just amazing. But
I'm not going to deny that or admit to that, but I can tell you, man, I've got my medical card, and there's some days that I sleep good.
Yeah.
That's usually because I couldn't sleep at night back then. And, like, ever since I worked out some things, like, I've been sleeping like a baby. I can go back to sleep after I get woke up. It's awesome.
Nice.
You know? You just a little bit of work on yourself, man. I'm telling you, it goes a long ways.
Yeah.
My arm is finally starting to feel better. Like, it's still not good, though. It's not good, though. It's still...
at least it's better.
I actually have feeling underneath my elbow right here now, again. It still kind of feels like tingly, but...
That means the nerve's alive. That's good. And it's going to grow, too. They grow like 1 millimeter a year. But, I've been, got 8 millimeters of growth in this hand, and I've verified with MRIs. It's true. They do grow. It's just if they grow together, do they reroute? That's the problem.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah. No. The pain just gets out of control.
Yeah, that would be bad if I'm like trying to...
get off of here.
Sounds good, Justin. Have a good night, man.
Yeah. You as well. Thanks for having me on, Russ.
Hey,
Sean,
no problem.
It was awesome seeing you on here. Your first time. I'm glad I could be here with you.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Yeah, you hit it out of the park.
As well.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah. All right, guys. I will see you guys soon.
Yep, we'll see you, Justin.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, you've hit it out of the park with your first stream, man. You're here like you've been doing it forever, dude.
I think it's the time of night as well, being a little bit tired, so therefore being a little bit more relaxed helps as well. So
there you go. Yeah.
So yeah. Excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much. Thanks for popping my cherry, as it were.
Yeah.
And I'll be tuning into TNL next week. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, thank you. Yep, we'll see you later, Sean. Have a good night.
See you next time.
Or morning. Yeah, guys. So everybody else who is still in here, it's official. I will be the guest on Ken Heron's show next Thursday. So I'm going to miss Mark's show, but I'm sure he's understanding of that. And then, but I'll be on Ken's show and can't wait. It's always been my goal since I've watched his show. So we'll see. But yeah, Kim, like I said, so I'm going to tell you right now, Kim, you've got until the end of May to be on this show with me, or there will be serious consequences that I don't think I can actually enforce, but I'm going to threaten them anyways. But yeah, I think with everybody taking off, I think I'll probably shut down here in a few minutes as well. But yeah, like I said, Kim, you're coming on here. I'll have to get your email. I don't think I have your email, Kim. So I'll have to get it from you. If maybe I'll get Roger to send it to me, or you can send me an email. It's just journeyaboutnw@yahoo.com. I'll throw that one out there in the chat. I'm not worried about it showing up or anybody seeing it. Because literally all I use this for is my droning channel and some of my clients and stuff. So yeah, I've got some time. I got to do like a pre-talk with Ken and stuff, and get some things ironed out about maybe what he wants to talk about and stuff with me and all that. And then I'll be on there next week. And then let's see here, what else? Oh, I got we've got a big, like, thanks, Mason. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Hoping I can be entertaining enough for everybody on there. Yeah, that one, Kim. I have a couple. I have like 7 emails. I'm one of those guys. I have tons of emails, and I actually keep track of all of them. I don't know why, but yeah, you guys will all have to tune in next week. I'll let everybody know on Roger's stream in the mornings and stuff a little bit when it gets a little closer next week, to remind everybody to come see me either fall flat on my face in front of 500 people or hopefully do okay, right? Well, guys, I think I'm going to shut down and call it a night. So I hope everybody had fun. I will see you guys later. Have a good night, and like I said, I'll see you guys maybe on Roger's stream tomorrow. But if I don't see anybody in the next few days, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.